One of the finest examples of Indo-Islamic architecture, Qutab Minar is the tallest brick minaret in the world. It is part of the Qutab complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Delhi. It is a 73-meter high Victory Tower built by Qutb-ud-Din Aibak in the 12th century to signify the beginning of the Muslim rule in India. It is also believed that it was constructed to be used as a muezzin to give calls to the faithful for namaz. The minaret was built in 3 phases by 3 successive rulers of Delhi. Qutb-ud-Din Aibak built 1 story, followed by Shamsuddin Iltutmish, who added 3 more stories, and finally Firoz Shah Tughlaq completed the 5th story in the 14th century. Owing to damages caused by lightning and earthquakes, renovations have been done by successive rulers. In the 19th century renovation, an ill-advised attempt was made to add more stories to the tower by Major Robert Smith of the British Indian Army, which resulted in a pillared cupola, a 6th story, later taken down and reinstalled at ground level to the east of Qutab Minar. This cupola is often referred to as Smith's Folly. Each of the 5 stories of the tower is distinctly marked by a projecting balcony supported by elaborately decorated brackets. It tapers from a 15-meter diameter at the base to just 2.5 meter at the top. The tower is ornamented by bands of inscriptions including verses from the Holy Quran, eulogies for the king, etc. The first 3 stories are made of red and buff sandstone, while the 4th and the 5th are a combination of marble and sandstone. There are 379 stairs inside the minaret to reach the top, and general public were given access. However, after the fatal stampede in 1981 that resulted in several deaths, the doors of Qutab Minar remains shut to the visitors. The tower is slightly tilted to one side owing to the number of additions and renovations done to the structure. There are many other minor historical monuments in the Qutb complex. At the foot of the tower stands the Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque, the first mosque to be built in India. The name of this mosque translates to the Might of Islam Mosque. The architecture of the arcade is awe-inspiring, and there are colonnade structures with uniquely hand-carved designs on each column. In the courtyard of the mosque is installed an iron pillar that is 7.2 meters high and 40.6 centimeters in diameter. Though it is around 1,600 years old, it still remains rust resistant. It has been called a testament to the skill of ancient Indian blacksmiths because of its high resistance to corrosion. It is often said that if you can encircle it with your hands while standing with your back to it, your wish would be fulfilled. Behind the iron pillar is a grand screen wall facing the courtyard. It is finely carved with scripts, arabesques, and purely decorative patterns. It forms the facade of the mosque and faces towards Mecca. Large congregations would have used the courtyard for worship and rested in the arcades with private quarters. Behind the screen is a prayer hall. Another monument in the complex is King Iltutmish's tomb with a cenotaph made of marble. Inside the tomb, there are 3 mihrabs or prayer niches facing towards the west. The central one of these is larger than the other 2 and is profusely decorated with marble. Indo-Islamic architecture is beautifully realized in this building with its arabesque patterns and calligraphic inscriptions. It now has an open ceiling because its dome has collapsed. It's believed to be one of the earliest buildings to make use of squint arches that help to construct a dome on a 4-sided building. Near the Qutb Minar is a circular monument that visitors would easily miss or even mistake for a rubble. This is the Alai Minar, or at least around 27 meters of what remains of it. It began as a vanity project of the great king Alauddin Khilji, who decided to construct a minar twice the size of the Qutb Minar in the 14th century. However, his death resulted in the abandonment of his over-ambitious project, and the rough-edged circular mass remains of the once desired monument. Nevertheless, Alauddin Khilji did complete the south gateway to the building called the Alai Darwaza, most employing the arched construction. The complex behind the south extension of the mosque includes the tomb of Alauddin Khilji in the central chamber and the madrasa on either side. It appears distinctively plain in comparison. Qutab Minar is a real masterpiece of Mughal architecture adorned with arabesques and Islamic motifs. The Qutab complex contains an array of many monuments of historical, architectural, and cultural relevance, making it a classic tourist destination, voicing out interesting tales of a rich and unique cultural heritage.